Hello student, myself Digan Sakhiwala, I am your science sir. Today we will continue chapter number 1, matter in surrounding. Dear student, in this we are going to learn about the properties of solid and liquid. So we will start. States of matter. We can see the matter around us exist in the different state like solid, liquid and gas. Okay, we know that physically we can classify the matter into solid, liquid and gas, and other category is plasma state, that is available in the star where higher temperature or pressure is possible. These states of matter arises due to variation in characteristic of the particle of the matter. Okay, so why we get one compound in solid form and same compound is available in the liquid form and same compound is available in the gaseous compound? We can take the example of water. Water is available in the liquid form, water is available in the solid form as ice, and water is also available in the gaseous form as a steam. Okay, so it depends upon the characteristic of a particle present in the compound or the matter. We are going to learn about the solid state. Solid have definite shape, distinct boundary and fixed volume, that is have negligible compressibility. Okay, so always remember that it has definite shape. What is the reason that it has definite shape? It has a great intermolecular force. The force exert between two molecules, that is called intermolecular force, and the force is maximum. Okay, distinct boundary, it has distinct boundary, okay, particular boundary, and fixed volume, volume is fixed, okay, that is have negligible compressibility. When we try to press, compressibility is negligible, but whenever we apply higher pressure, maybe it will be breakdown. Solid have a tendency to maintain their shape when subjected to outside force. Okay, it maintain the shape, but whenever we apply extraordinary force, then it may be a breakdown. Solid may break under the force, but it is difficult to change their shape, so they are rigid. Okay, so higher pressure or higher force it break down, but it is difficult to change their shape, so they are rigid. A rubber band changes shape under the force and regains same shape when the force is removed. The excessive force applied, it breaks. Okay, we know about rubber band compared to solid, and rubber band is also solid, but rubber band in that intermolecular force is less. Okay, and because of that reason, whenever we apply the force, okay, it extend, and when we leave the force again, it will regain the shape, and we apply the maximum force, then maybe it will break down. The shape of each individual sugar or salt crystal remains fixed whether we take it in our hand, put it in the plate or jar. You know about the crystal, regular arrangement of atom, molecules and ion, that is called crystal. It has particular shape and size. Suppose we take the sugar or salt crystal, and if you put in the hand or if you put in the plate without any force, then it maintain its shape and size. Okay, that is only because of the intermolecular distance. Molecular distance is less, intermolecular force is more. Okay, liquid state. Liquid have no fixed shape and but have a fixed volume. Okay, we know about liquid. Liquid has not particular shape. You can, if you pour into water you pour into the glass, then it take the shape of the glass. If you pour in the plate, then it take the shape of the plate, but have the fixed volume. So it has the fixed volume. They can take up the shape of the container in which they are kept. So whatever container are there, it take the shape of that. Liquid flow and change the shape, so they are not rigid but called fluid. Okay, so why liquids are called the fluid? Because they are not rigid and it can flow, so they are called fluid. Solid and liquid can diffuse into liquid. Okay, solid and liquid both can diffuse into the liquid. Suppose I take sugar, I try to dissolve in the water, it is easily diffuse, it goes into the different part of the solution. Okay, so it is a diffusion. Same way, if I take any honey or if I take any liquid like alcohol and try to dissolve in the water, so it will easily dissolve it or it will be easily miscible. Only reason is that solid and liquid both can diffuse in the liquid. The gases from the atmosphere diffuse and dissolve in the water. Okay, the gases from the atmosphere like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, okay, or oxygen can also dissolve in the water, or they are diffused in the water. Okay, so why the aquatic animal can survive? Because in the aquatic animal they have also capacity to take the dissolved oxygen from the water. Okay, this gas, especially oxygen, carbon dioxide, are essential for the survival of aquatic animal. Okay, oxygen and carbon dioxide are very important for the respiration process. Okay, for the aquatic animal. Aquatic animals can breathe under the water due to the presence of dissolved oxygen. So any water sample if we take, okay, in that dissolved oxygen is present. But if we take distilled water means pure form of water, okay, in that dissolved oxygen is most probably absent. Now what is distilled water? Distilled water is nothing but water in which we collect the steam of the water. Suppose we boil any water and we collect the steam of the water, and from that we get another water, pure form of the water, that is called the distilled water. In that, dissolved oxygen is almost negligible. Aquatic animals can breathe under water due to the presence of dissolved oxygen. The rate of diffusion of liquid is higher than that of a solid. Okay, the rate of diffusion of liquid is higher. Okay, suppose we take two liquid and that two liquid is easily diffused into each other, but suppose we take sugar or NaCl, we try to dissolve in the water, it take more time. So rate of diffusion of liquid is more than the rate of diffusion of solid. In liquid state, particles move freely and have the greater space between each other as compared to particles in the solid state. Solid state, in that what happen, particles are very nearer to each other because intermolecular force is high. Okay, intermolecular force is high, intermolecular distance is less. Okay, because of that reason what happen, it will not diffuse easily, whereas liquid, in that there is a gap between two molecules. Okay, so suppose we add liquid into liquid, then what happen, they are easily diffused into each other. Dear student, we are going to learn about the gaseous state. The gaseous state, balloon seller filling a large number of balloons from a single cylinder of a gas. Dear student, we know about the balloon seller. He filled so many balloons with the gas from the single cylinder. Means what we are expecting, the amount of gas present in the cylinder, the gas is present in more amount. Okay, so we can fill so many balloons from them. Okay, so one thing is that what is the property of gas? Compressibility. We can compress the gas, okay, and we can decrease the volume. Gases are highly compressible as compared to solid and liquid. Okay, solid has negligible compressibility, we cannot compress it, but whenever we apply more force, it will not compress, it break down. Whereas liquid, we can compress 2 to 3% or more than that, but gaseous compound has highest compressibility. So whenever we have any gas and we increase the pressure, decrease the temperature, then we can convert this gas into liquid form. Again we increase the pressure, decrease the temperature, then we can convert this liquid into solid form. Okay, so compressibility is important in the gaseous compound. LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, or oxygen cylinder used in the hospital are compressed gas. We know about the LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, okay, or oxygen cylinder used in hospital are compressed gas. Nowadays there is a problem of COVID. Okay, so in this situation what happened, lungs have lost the capacity to take the oxygen. Okay, so oxygen cylinders are very important. So in that what happened, oxygen cylinder, in that oxygen gas is filled with the high pressure, so maximum amount of gas we can fill. Okay, LPG we already know, liquefied petroleum gas. Okay, that is used for cooking the food. CNG is used as a fuel this day because it has the high compressibility. Dear student, we know about the CNG. Nowadays we are not using petrol or diesel. So many car in that CNG kit is available. So CNG is what? Compressed natural gas. In that methane gas is present, and that methane gas is filled with the high pressure. So maximum amount of gas we can fill. Okay, whereas solid and liquid, in that what happen, it has fixed volume. Whereas fixed volume because of shape and size, whereas here the volume, or in the same volume we can add more and more amount of gas because of the compressibility property. We come to know the what is being cooked in the kitchen without entering there by the smell reaches our nostril. Dear student, when there is a time of to drink tea, we can easily judge the smell of tea. Even something is cooked, that also by the smell we can judge. So how this smell come to us? Okay, Diffusion of gas is faster than the solid and liquid. Because of what? Diffusion of gas. Okay, solid is very rigid, it cannot diffuse easily. Solid cannot diffuse into solid and solid, but solid can diffuse into liquid, but it takes time. Liquid can diffuse in the liquid, but then also it takes time. But gaseous compound diffuse faster than solid and liquid. Okay, so gaseous compound is diffused very fast. Because of that reason, if anything is cooked or by mistake LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, is leaked, then we can smell. Dear student, LPG, in that one special type of gas is present, that is called methanethiol, and because of that bad smell we can judge that gas is leakage. Diffusion of gas is faster than the solid and liquid due to high speed of particle and large space between them. Gases show the property of diffusing very fast into other gases. So when gas diffuse into air, gas is also there, and it is air, it diffuses into air, so air is also gas. So because of the gap between two molecules in the air, the gap between two molecules is more, or two atoms are more. Okay, and gaseous compound has also the between two molecules the distance is more, and because of that reason they can spread easily, so their diffusion rate is more than solid and liquid. In the gaseous state, the particle move about randomly at high speed. Due to this random movement, the particle hit each other and also the walls of container. Okay, so solid cannot go automatically everywhere, or liquid somewhat can fluidity, it has some pressure. Okay, but gaseous compound can go everywhere, gaseous particles can go everywhere, and because of that reason they produce the pressure when they strike with the wall. The pressure exerted by the gas is because of this force exerted by a gas particle per unit area on the walls of the container. Okay, and because of this gas molecules are moving in different direction, different container, then the pressure is produced. Okay, so this is all about the solid, liquid and gaseous state. Thank you so much.